Okay, everybody, I'm back. Today has been a long day. I did not plan on doing a three-part series. For some reason, as you see, the sun has went down behind me. I've been doing this thing since it's 7 o'clock Central Time, since about two, two something. Started this. The Father has given me a message. I've been trying to get it out as best I can. It seemed like every time my daughter come down here and distract me, I pause it, and when I come back and try to play, started where I stopped at, and I keep going, the record button is telling me that it's still recording. But when I stop and I've been trying to upload it, I'm missing pieces. So it seems like it's telling me it's recorded, but it's not recording. And the second video, it got to 19 minutes, and I thought when I came back, I ended up going to 50 something minutes. So it told me it was recording, but then when I came back to try to upload it, it was stopped at the 19-minute mark. So something is really trying to stop me from getting this word out. So it must be important. So I'm back a third time. Instead of getting frustrated and like, Father, I'm letting you speak through me, because a lot of this stuff that I'm saying, I have the chapters, but what it is that the Father wants me to say, it just comes out of me as it comes. As things come to me, that's how I'm speaking. So I'm trying to let the Ruach guide me in all things. I don't have a lot of this stuff. I have chapters written down, but what to say, I don't. So when I'm recording these things and I think they're recording, I'm letting them come out of me. So for things to not be there, and it says that it is, when I'm recording, it say that it's playing. So that's frustrating, because you see him like, I done sat here and did all of this, done went through all this. I'm like, I can't go back and retrieve it. I can't go back and start where I stopped off at, because I'm sitting here like it was just flowing through me. It's just flowing. I'm letting it flow as it comes. So I'm going to attempt this time. My daughter's asleep. So I'm going to attempt this time to get through here. And what may the Most High Father, may you come forth again. I bind any wicked spirits that are trying to come against me or keep me from getting your words. I cast you back down to the pits of hell from which you came. You have no power or authority over me right now over this video, so I bind you. Go away now. Depart from this place. This word is meant to restore people back to where they're supposed to be, and you would not stop that from happening. You would not get in the way. So I bind you right now in the name of Yeshua, through the power of the Most High. So I'm going to try to, again, let the Most High guide me in spirit and truth. May his word continue to come forth as it has before. I pray that y'all can receive this. Again, I say, so I'm going to dig back in for a third time and start off where I stopped off. Well, at least try to start somewhere. So was talking about, well, I don't know where I stopped off at. So when you listen to this, and you're like, well, this don't seem like it's adding up with the previous video. It seemed all out of the way, because when they end, the other videos, every time that they end, I'm still talking. And the reason I'm still talking, because I thought the video was still going. And then at the end, and I stopped it. Then when I went back, I see that every time my daughter came to talk to me, and I paused it for the first time, I ain't stopped it, I paused it, that it just stopped. So, all right, we're 4 minutes in right now, so just wanted y'all to see and understand, because part of me wants to get frustrated, but guess what? I don't want to cut, because of these things that have been trying to come against me. Part of me want to say, okay, I'm gonna cut this stuff short, because I'm tired. I've been doing this all day. I'm tired. But no, see, if I do that, if I let that spirit win, I'm not doing you any good. And I'm not letting the Ruach speak through me and get his message across. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Ain't say it ain't going to try to come against me, and say it won't try. Say it won't prosper. So guess what? If the Father's using me to get his word out, then guess what? He will get his word out. So we're going to dig back into this thing again at Ezekiel chapter 34. I'm going to do the whole chapter. I'm going to try to, parts I have to read, I'm going to read. But if I can do a summary of it, I will. But I want to make sure that those that don't know the word, some of you may know the word, but those that don't know the word, I want to make sure that you get it, that you understand what it means. So, all right. It said, the word of Yah came to me, which is Ezekiel. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Yah says. Woe to you shepherds of Israel who only take care of yourselves. Should not shepherds take care of the flock? You eat the curds. So the shepherds are eating. They're not taking care of the flock. He said, woe to you. He said, you clothe yourself with the wool. You slaughter the choice animals. So you eating all the good food. You eating all the good expensive cheeses. That's what curds. You clothing yourself with all the good clothes. The money, all the name brand stuff that I don't know what name brand stuff is out there, but whatever it may be, you slaughter out. You eating all the good food. You ain't even eating chicken no more. You eating the doves and whatever other expensive foods that's out there. You ain't eating the drumsticks and the thighs no more. You done moved on past that. So, but you do not take care of my flock. Okay, you're not taking care of his people. You're taking care of yourself. You're making sure that you're eating, but you're not taking care of his people. That's a problem. You're not doing what you've been put in place to do. So guess what? Since you ain't been put in place to do it, he has sent people like me to restore. He has sent people, use people like me to teach his people his ways, the right way, so that they can call on him. They can come back to him. They can know that he is true. They can know that he is righteous, that he loves them. But guess what? We got to teach the truth. We got to teach his ways. We got to teach people how to walk in there so they can be covered. So that way they can be blessed. They can prosper. We can come back as a people. As long as you ain't doing your job, you're holding us down. And if you're holding us down, you're killing us. And we're not going to be dying no spiritual deaths because we didn't know. Because that's what's going to happen. The more we don't know, the more that you are leading us to the slaughter. Okay? So verse 4. You have not strengthened the weak or healed the sick or bound up the injured. Okay, let's check this. What did the word says in the New Testament about healing? Was Yeshua, did he come and heal? Didn't he raise the dead? Didn't he bound up the injury? Didn't he make the blind see or the deaf hear? Didn't he raise people from the dead? If I said that already. Okay. He did all those things, right? Then he said what? Through him, we'll be able to do even greater than that which he has done. Okay. Have y'all seen that happen in the church? Have you seen it? I know I went to church a lot. Now I've seen some people with the same issues and the same problems they had from they was a kid all the way to the adult. And they tell you, oh, you just ain't praying hard enough. Oh, you just got to keep praying. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you done did something wrong. All excuses. But you don't have power to do that what you have been called to do. Why don't you have the power? That's a question to ask. Why? Where's the power? Because it said you should have strengthened the weak and healed the sick. He said, but you have not. Excuse me. You have not brought back the strays or searched for the lost. Who are strays and lost? I know people in the church that's lost. They think they ain't lost, but they lost. You got people in the world that's lost. Okay. You have not ruled them harshly. You have ruled them harshly and brutally. So they were scattered because there were no shepherd. And when they were scattered, they became food for all the wild animals. So who are the wild animals? The ravishing wolves in the world. The Gentiles. Because if he's giving his rules and stuff to the Israelites, then everybody else is the Gentiles. So the wolves are like the Gentiles, in which they worship other gods, false idols, and all that stuff. So you have left them at the hands of other idols. Okay, the Gentiles. You got Islam, you got Christianity, you got Catholics, you got Buddhism, you got people that anything. Or then you just got natural people in the world like wickedness and all that kind of stuff. They have fallen. They have went to chase out the other gods because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You weren't being the shepherd that you were supposed to. So a sheep follows his shepherd. Sheep are followers. So since they was pushed in somebody else's territory and followed after somebody else. They was looking, so they went to whoever pulled them, okay, certain master, no, whoever came and led them to water, that's where they went. It didn't mean that it was truth, but they didn't know no other way to go. They just went to whoever wanted them, whoever accepted them, and let them and gave them what they needed, well, at least what they thought they needed, because you didn't do your job. Okay, so the sheep wandered over all the mountains and on every high hill. They were scattered over the whole earth, and no one searched or looked for them. So you didn't teach them. They have been scattered all throughout all the earth. The Father put you in hands. He has given you. He has shown you where you should have known who we were. To teach us that. We have been scattered throughout the whole earth and never knew who we were. And we didn't have no one to find us and tell us. But we had everyone to cover it up. Cover it up. And all you did was worry about yourself. Make sure that you ate. You like that house Negro. As long as you're fine, bump everybody else. As long as you wearing the best and nicest stuff. You more uppity. You better than the rest of us. But you supposed to be the leader. You supposed to take up for when these other wolves come. You supposed to step in place and tell them, no, you can't touch my sheep. You can't touch this flock that has been instilled in my hands. You didn't do that. When you got police brutality going on, or when you have all this other stuff, even if it's black on black crime in neighborhoods or whatever, people going to jail falsely or whatever it may be, you're not standing up for your people. Again, a prime example. Now I just pray that this video don't stop again once I say what I gotta say, because like the last times when I really got in, let the Ruach lead me, guide me, that it stopped. But this is a prime example of what I'm about to say, of leaders that's not leading the sheep, and that them sheep are gonna be taken from these leaders like this. Okay, we had a guy in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, that got killed at the gas station, right? Well, like a couple days later in Dallas, Texas, you had some people cornered the police or whatever. And so when you have all these other incidents that's going on around here, unarmed black or Negro black people, I don't want to keep using the term that they gave us, so I'm trying to find a good term to use to identify our truths. When you got us out here trying to do the right thing, we're not bothering no one, we're minding our business, and we are unjustly bothered, which causes someone their life because for no reason they feel secure, like they feel threatened. In no way they was threatened whatsoever, but they shoot one of our people a lot. You don't come out and say anything. You ain't got nothing to say. You're not a voice for the sheep among the ravenous wolves. But let something happen to the wolves that attack the people. You got to come out and say something. You got to come out and be a voice of the people to keep peace. So you're trying to keep peace among you. So you're trying to make us continue to be one. You're trying to make peace among the wolves and the flock and the sheep. Which one is more dangerous, the wolves or the sheep? But you're not a voice for the sheep. You're not a voice for the powerless. You come out and be a voice because the power told you to come say something so that the sheep don't start acting wild. But where were you when your sheep needed you? What I just said is what happened with T.D. Jakes. Okay. Well, when have you seen these major pastors with all these big old churches and I'm sorry about getting loud, but this really touches my spirit. When you see all these major pastors or these mega churches that take these super churches, take people money, they rich, got big houses, nice cars. Some people probably don't even know when they're gonna get their lights turned. Their lights might get turned off. They find a way certain time to seek money out. They pay their tithes from what you say. Now the reason they're paying tithes ain't the truth. Y'all don't trick these people. And that's another story about tithes and offering. That's a whole nother story that y'all have used to trick people into giving you money so that you can be wealthy. But that's another story. But still, these people paying their tithes, giving what they can, but when they need you, you ain't there. But when the wolves call you to control the people, you're there. Again, one of these type of wicked shepherds that's not doing their job. Now, it's plenty more on, but that's the main one because I remember in Dallas, they had a press conference and they let TD Jakes come be the voice to quiet the crowds down because they thought, well, maybe he can. The mayor of them called him up, or maybe he can get this riot in control because they black people and he black, so they put a black voice to it. They're gonna put a black face that they think is powerful to have control over the masses, to control the people. That's what they do. But you're nowhere protecting the sheep. You was called to protect the sheep, and you're not protecting the sheep. And that goes on a lot. There's a lot of these false. I ain't talking about no offense. I ain't talking about the white. I'm talking about the black folks because you are supposed to be an Israelite yourself, and you're not teaching these people who they are because you know that once we figure out who we are, that means that once we figure out who we are and what we got to do, they don't want that to happen. That's why they try to hide our identity. But guess what? We're waking up. We're finding out who we are. We know Satan gonna do his thing because now that he gonna start wreaking havoc more than like any other before. Because he said, they waking up. That means that my time is near. So since my time is near, I got to find other ways to keep control of them. That's why all these laws and stuff is changing. People saying, we all one people. We need to come together as one. No, we don't. Where was y'all when we've been going through all this stuff? We want one then. When our people getting killed and stuff, you ain't getting killed. You're not facing the same thing. When we're going through troubles, you're not facing it with us. So when the Father comes back and restores to our place, why you want to have the blessing with us? Why do you want to be restored with us? Where were you when we was down? Nowhere to be found. But you want to say we need to be, you want us to say, okay, let's come together. But when we've been trying to come together, when we've been trying to fit in and do the right thing, you want to accept us. You only gave us a limited amount of space and room to move. You want to control us. Okay, you want to control us. Then guess what? When we come back, we're going to be our people. We're going to be our Hebrew Israelites. You can be your Gentiles. You can be the Gentiles. But guess what? Right now, you are the head. We are the tail. You can see by the things that is going on us because of what? The curse. Because the curse that is going on, that is going on and continue to go on, and we're in the land of captivity. Guess what? You are the head over us, and we are the tail. We can see that by evidence. We can see that by the way the things going. Things ain't working in our favor. So you're taking advantage of that. You're gloating in you being ahead right now. You're not blessing us. You're not helping us. You're still trying to control us, trying to slave us. You're still trying to keep us down. You know we are the children of Israel. You're not trying to build us back up. You're trying to keep us down. So guess what? Satan knows that, and he knows that we're going to be restored to our former place. We're going to be back to head, and you're going to be the tail. So in this country, stop saying we need to come together as one, because we're not one right now. And when the Father come back, we're going to get put in our rightful places. We're going to be restored to our rightful places. Don't try to be one with us then, because you ain't one with us now. And for y'all ones that don't understand it, y'all people that are caught up in this life, caught up in this world, the ways of this world, and want to walk in kumbaya and hold hands with everyone, that's fine. I'm not saying go out and start chaos and to start trouble. I'm not saying to look at them as though they're down. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is our people need to wake up. And y'all have been keeping our people. See, that's the thing. Everybody else know who we are except for us. Y'all haven't been trying to wake us up to who we are. Y'all haven't tried to help us be restored to our former places. No, y'all had tried to keep us buried. They tried to keep us buried and smothered and continue to be lost people. So you haven't tried to help us. You have tried to hurt us. So no, we cannot become because of that. I'm not saying hate on no. I'm not calling hate toward any group of people whatsoever. What I'm saying is that our people need to wake up. Our people need to grow right now. We need to realize why this stuff is happening to us so we can wake up. Because we need to repent. We've been in bondage. We want to be free. Only way to be free is through Yeshua. So we need to come out of that so that we need to figure out how all this calamity and heartache and struggle, which is in the word, why that has been on us. So this is us waking up. This has nothing to do with you. So don't try to make these things seem like it has something to do. This ain't about you. This video is about my people, the Hebrew Israelites, and waking them up. And allow them to see what's going on and why it's going on. Don't make this about you. So, again, back to these shepherds, because they have not been doing their job. So, therefore, shepherds, verse 7, we get back to the word. Verse 7, therefore you shepherds, hear the word of Yah. As surely as I live, declare the sovereign Yah, because my flock lacks a shepherd, and so has been plundered, and it has become food for all the wild animals. That means they come to do with us as they will. We food for them. They eat us up. Ain't nothing we can do about it because ain't nobody, the people that's supposed to be helping us ain't doing it. And because so I'm going to continue reading. And because my shepherds did not search for my flock, but care for themselves rather than for my flock. So you care for yourself rather than the flock. Therefore you shepherds, hear the word of Yah. This is what the sovereign Yah says. I am against the shepherds and will hold them accountable for my flock. I remove them from tending the flock so that the shepherds can no longer feed themselves. So you ain't gonna be able to eat no more. So y'all shepherds that done made yourself the head, basically what you hear, you eating, but we ain't eating. Your flock ain't eating no more. Okay, I will rescue my flock from their mouths, and it will no longer be food for them. For this is what the sovereign Yah says. We in verse 11. I myself will search for my sheep and look after them, as a shepherd looks after his scattered flock when he is with them. So will I look after my sheep. I will rescue them from the places where they were scattered on the day of cloud and darkness. So guess what? This is future. This ain't happened yet. This is future. Look at this. I will rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on a day of cloud and darkness. What does this say? Verse 13. I will bring them out from the nations and gather them from the countries, and I will bring them into their own land. So what? Okay, you didn't be a leader. So he said, I'm sending my shepherd back. He gonna bring these people, my people, back from the lands where I had them scattered at. I'm gonna restore them to their land. So he's bringing them back to the land, the promised land. Okay. Let me find my place. I will pasture them. This is continuing verse 13 of Ezekiel chapter 34. I will pasture them on the mountains of Israel and the ravens and all the settlements in the land. I will tend them in a good pasture and in the mountain heights of Israel. And the mountain heights of Israel will be their grazing land. There they will lie down in good grazing land, and there they will feed in a rich pasture on the mountains of Israel. I myself will tend my flock and have them lie down, declares the sovereign Yah. I will search for the lost, and bring back the strays. I will bind up the injured and strengthen the weak, but the sleek and the strong I will destroy. I will shepherd the flock with justice. So there's a lot said in that right there. Now, this can still be, when they say the sleek and the strong, it can still be the leaders, the shepherds. Because he said that I myself will tend my sheep and have them. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Verse 16. I will search for the lost and bring back the strays. So he's getting everyone. The lost, the strays. I will bind up the injured and strengthen the weak. But the sleek and the strong, I will destroy. Those of you that just taking care of yourself, that's looking at yourself and making sure that you eat and ain't looking after everybody else. Those of you that are not teaching the word, if you are just applying it to your life, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, and if you are a teacher or a pastor, preacher, whatever it is, and you knew who we were as a people, and yet you said nothing, that's a problem. Okay? He said, but the sleek and the strong I will destroy. I will shepherd the flock with justice. So now he's on to us. We ain't in the nations no more. It has nothing to do with everybody else. I'm going to say it ain't about everybody else. Now he's talking to us. So now he said, he bringing all of us back. But do you remember the Israelites with Moses? He brought all of them back, except for the ones that didn't want to leave out of Egypt. But he went and got all of them. But do you know that they sinned against him in the wilderness? So everybody didn't make it into the promised land. They all left Egypt. So guess what? We all in these different countries. We all gonna come out of these different countries, but we're not all gonna make it into the promised land. So he said, but the sleek and the strong I will destroy. So look, he brought us out, but guess what? Those ones that just look after themselves, them selfish people, they didn't make it in. So so before the nations, he did what he said. He said he was bringing all of us back. So he did that. But when we got there and he just dealing with us, everybody's not making it over. Just like with the Israelites. They all didn't make it over. Because they was complaining. Okay, we go down into verse, because we need to know how we need to get right. So, if we are, whatever country we is, guess what? It has formed us with a certain mentality. So, since it has formed us with a certain mentality, when we bring us back, we're going to still have that mentality. Some of us still going to have that mentality of America or South America or wherever we at, Germany, wherever we was at, we all going to have that same mentality. So, they're going to have to change. You can't come over there acting the way, you can't come over being selfish and thinking about yourself. Well, I need to eat, my family need to eat. So you go, okay, that's leading into our next verses. Because you start worrying about yourself. That was just like the Israelites. He gave, when they was in the wilderness, you know that the Father fed them day by day. He told them not to store up anything. So guess what? Every day they had to depend on him for their needs. He didn't give them abundance. See, that's what America has done to us. It has taught us to save. It has taught us to store up. So we try to hang on to stuff and hold stuff because we don't know what. We try to make sure that for the next day we already covered. But the Father said, I will supply your needs. He said, I will meet all your needs. So his teaching is he wants us to depend on him daily. So when we depend on him daily, we're not worried about tomorrow. And see, what happens in the next verse, people are worried about tomorrow. So they're making sure that they got their full, but they're not thinking about anybody else. So he said, as for you, my flock, verse 17. This is what the sovereign Yah says. I will judge between one sheep and another, and between rams and goats. Is it not enough for you to feed on the good pasture? So he said, I'm giving you the good pasture. That's not enough for you? That's not enough? You want more? So he said, must you also trample the rest of your pasture with your feet? Must you go smush everything else? I gave you some. That's not enough. You want to go over here and mess this up too. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we're still in verse 18. Is it not enough for you to drink clear water? So I give you clear, clean, crystal clean, clear water. Okay, that's not enough for you. Okay, so must you also trample the rest of your past? Hold on, sorry. Wrong verse. Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? So you didn't just get what you needed. You went and messed up. So when somebody else came behind you, they couldn't drink no water. Now they ain't got no water. It's dirty. All the soil and stuff and the stuff at the bottom is now mixed up the water, so it's muddy. Because you did that. You didn't say, well, let me get me a cup or let me sit back here and scoop so somebody else. No, you went over there and just jumped in it. I'm just greedy. Mess it up for everybody else. Stir it up the pot for everybody else. So now they wouldn't, when they go over there, they're like, oh, this nasty. So, must my flock feed on what you have trampled and drink what you have muddied with your feet? So that's selfish. So he can't deal with selfish people. Therefore, this is what the servant Yah says to them. See, I myself will judge between the fat sheep and the lean sheep. Uh-oh. Why are you fat and why are you lean? Let's look at some stuff. Let's figure out why this is like this. Because you shove with flank and shoulder, butt and all the weak sheep. So you go over there being a bully. You push all the weak sheep out the way so you can get up there with your horns until you have driven them away. I will save my flock, and they will no longer be plundered. I will judge between one sheep and another. I will place over them one shepherd, my servant David, and he will tend them. He will tend them and be their shepherd. Yah will be their Elohim, and my servant David will be prince among them. Yah have spoken. So he spoke. So when we get over there, he's going to have a separation too. So now he's dealing with his people. There ain't no such thing. We can't talk about the nations no more because he brought us away from that. They ain't even know what. They ain't even in that visual. They not even there. But he gonna judge between his people now. Those greedy people, those people that only thought about themselves, to save themselves, to make sure that they ate. You got people over here that's hungry, that's trying to get this. You ain't even give out. You ain't giving out nothing. You even made sure that when they try to go over there and get something, they couldn't. Selfish. He's going to deal with you. Okay. So, for all you out there, them shepherds, teachers, religious leaders, pastors, prophets, what other name y'all got so many apostles, so many names out there, just to make you feel like you're in power and control. So y'all use these titles to give you some sort of pride or identity. And when you come before the Most High, they ain't gonna mean nothing because you didn't do your job. Okay. So, in saying that, we're gonna go to Revelations chapter 18, verse 4. Because he may be dealing with us, but remember we said that we had some of the Israelites to die in Egypt because they didn't want to leave. And I told you earlier in the first video that the Bible didn't tell you everything. See, that's the thing. These religious leaders from the beginning, which a lot of them was Jewish people, synagogue, Catholics, the popes, all these people that's been in charge of the books and they got us thinking that, and it's funny because I heard an aunt one time say, "Oh, I got what I need in the Bible." Lack of knowledge. She has taken, the Father gave us everything we need, but he said, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge," because you don't know nothing and you don't seek nothing. You only take what you've been given. Now, you took these people's name, you take these people's hairstyles, their straight hair, and say my nappy hair ain't good. Eating food that we ain't supposed to eat, that we weren't even eating when we came into this country. It was one thing when you were surviving, but now you have a choice. Now you have a choice, and you wonder why sickness and disease is wild. Is very hard. Is very um, wild in our people. So you say, well, this is all I need. So you don't even seek to ask questions. You just take everything as what it. You really truly believe. You really believe these people that put these books together. Now I know reading. I'm sitting here like something don't add up. I know to ask questions, but some of y'all are so naive. And then you think that you're really righteous and really religious and you know everything. But you don't seek wisdom or nothing in anything else besides the Bible. And I will tell you that this Bible has, now mine, I've been in church, I've learned. But I came out because the Father brought me out. I didn't stop what I know, so it was helpful. But it only got me to a certain level. And I got to a certain level and I was asking questions because I didn't see what I had. I'm like, I need answers and I don't see it. And ain't no one in this church that got answers for me. So I started seeking the Most High. So that's like one of them levels that, you know what? I got to this level. Okay. For instance, the church for me, growing up, and probably like this still today, is almost like you done got to 5th grade and you getting ready to graduate from 5th grade. Okay? But it's another level. But it's like I got to 5th grade and getting ready to graduate 5th grade, but then some people stayed because they was comfortable. But I'm sitting here like, no, it got to be something else past this. Got to be something else past it. And I started seeking. And as I continued to seek, he continued to show. He continued to open my eyes and my ears. So some people don't seek. They just take it for what it is and just go with the flow. So when you go at the church with this, they get combative. Oh, the Old Testament is old. But you ask for tithes and offerings. That's in the Old Testament. You telling people that they got to pay this percentage when in actuality it was talking about food. It was talking about doing for others. It was talking about the grains. It wasn't talking about actual money. But you made these people think it's talking about actual money. Oh, I'm getting away from what the subject is. But the reason why I was going there is because I've heard people say that, well, this is all I need. No, this is what they told you need. They took these Bibles, they took these other books away, cast them to the side, and told you that they was no good. Who does that? Who takes the word of Yah that he has given and tells you that it's no good? When did Yah make something that wasn't no good? And why didn't you question that? Why didn't you answer it? But they told you that this is all you needed and you just accepted it. And you just made that being it. Well, guess what? It's other books out there. And I would tell you, them other books give you a lot more. When you looking at this, it's like, wow. Man, I see now. When you start reading these other books, it open up your eyes to another level. Oh, I understand why this was like this. Because it gives you more in-depth instruction. It gives you more things in depth. These other books, why would they take more knowledge? Why would they take the more knowledgeable stuff with you and give you the watered down version? And you say the watered down version is all you need. Now, it's good to sustain you, but it's not all that you need. It's not revealing everything. But because guess what? You refuse to accept knowledge because you say, well, we don't need it. This is all I need because you know a little something. But guess what? Just because you're in the 5th grade don't mean you don't know math and multiplications, adding and subtraction. You don't know cursive and all this stuff. You know something, but you can't get over that hump because you haven't got your eyes have you can't see past what past this, and it's more information out there than this. Now I'm still seeking out the other books to be revealed to me, but for right now, I bought the Apocrypha, and this me and my family we do a reading every night. Their kids are out of town right now. We do a reading every night, and guess what? Them books, when we started reading them, I was like, whoa. It opened up your eyes. You start saying, oh my goodness. Why did they take them away? Who would take them away? Because they didn't want you to know something. That's why they took it away from you. And so you wouldn't have a lot of information. It wasn't that it wasn't important. They were very important. They were very informative. But you took their word for it that it wasn't. So you didn't stop to go read and seek for yourself. Just like the book of Jasher. It breaks down all the way from Adam all the way to Joshua. It was 92 or 93 chapters. I read all the chapters, all of them. It went through them all. In-depth instructions. That's how I figure out how it says that some of the Israelites died in Egypt because they didn't want to leave. They didn't listen to Moses. See, they don't say that in the Bible. It's a lot of things that is now. Some things is kind of you have to. It's some things that's going on there like, whoa, this is a lot. This is head scratching. But it's the truth. And the truth is not, you got to know that even in some of them books, they have changed certain things. But I'm just telling you, from us reading it, it opened up our eyes to another level. It gave us more understanding to another level. It was no longer why things seem it like something adding up. It's a lot of this say this say that wishy-washiness. No. When you start reading it, it say, oh, give you understanding. So they want to keep us as black folks or Israelites. Well, we are the Hebrews, but they call us black African American. They want to keep us down. They don't want us to wake up. And they say, what's the saying? We don't seek knowledge. Or you can put a book in front of a black person, they won't read it or something like that. Because they don't seek out the knowledge. They know this stuff about us. But guess what? How many people have this book in their house? And you don't even know that the people that they're talking about in here is you. This is our story. This is our history. And they told us that we don't have a history. Bingo! Today you know that you have a history. Today you know who you are. Now, if you take there's plenty more people that's on YouTube that you can go to and listen to if you don't want to listen to me. All right. Let's go to Revelation. Now that I got that out, let's go to Revelation chapter 18. Sorry. Verse 4. Now, this is talking about Babylon. This is talking about this is talking about the nations that we have been scattered to. Now, I believe it's talking about America because they seem to try to control everything and everybody. And they always got their foot and hands in somebody else's pot. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. And I went in depth a little bit early video, so since it didn't get recorded, I'm not going to go there right now. But there's so much I can say about something about this place and about the history, and that people don't look at the history. They just accept these things. And you wonder why, oh, well, we supposed to have righteous. Well, why we don't fit in? Why is all this okay. There's a reason why. And we have went through everything now. That's the reason why. But this is the trouble that's going to come on her. It said, come out of her, my people. Okay. He told Moses to tell the people, come out of her. Come out of Egypt. Come out of Babylon. Go to the place that I'm sending you. But then guess what? I've heard people on Facebook at one time, I'm not leaving America. This is my home. Okay, stay. But guess what? When you stay, guess what it said? The plagues and stuff that coming on that is going to come on you too. Okay. It says, so that you would not. So he said, come out of her, my people, so that you would not share in her plagues. So if you don't come out of her, then guess what? You're going to share in her sins. So that you would not receive any of the plagues. So if you don't leave, if you don't come out of the ways of America, if you don't come out of the ways of the countries that you have been scattered, then guess what? These judgments are going to come on you too. So for her sins are piled up to the heavens, and Yah has remembered her crimes. So guess what? America think that no one can come against it. It think it's undefeatable. It think that it can do anything to anyone, any country, any place, whatever, and nothing is going to happen. There's no consequences for its actions. But guess what it is? You ain't got away from this. You fake Jews that's over there claiming to be us true Hebrews, you ain't getting away from it. You people over the media that's in Hollywood, that's in over sports, whatever, that's trying to control our people, you ain't getting away with it. You think that you're in control, but guess what? We will be restored to our proper position. We will be back to head. So that's why you're trying to keep it down so we don't learn who we are. So y'all can stay in control. Because once we find out who we are, we're back. We're back, baby. We're back. Okay. It says, for her sins are piled up to heaven, and Yah has remembered her crimes. Give back to her as she has given. Pay her back double for what she has done. Pour her a double portion for her own cup. So that what she had did to others is going to come back on her double. Excuse me. Give her as much torment and grief as the glory and luxury she gave herself. In her heart she boasts, I sit enthroned as queen. I am not a widow. I would never mourn. Uh-oh, she proud. She boasts. I'm proud. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Therefore, in one day her plagues will overtake her, death, mourning, and fame. She will be consumed by fire, for her might is Yah who judges her. For mighty is Yah who judges her. So, just you got heard somebody say, "Oh man, ain't nothing can't come against the." Well, we got so many weapons, we got so many this, and this. Boy, ain't nothing gonna ever come up against us. We can get anybody. Okay, keep thinking like that. Keep putting your trust in man, in the government, and think that she can't be defeated. Her day is coming. Ain't no one that's above the Most High Yah. Ain't nothing that you can have. No weapon that you can have is above the things that the Most High can do. So guess what, my people? Let's turn back. Let's cry out. Let's repent. Remember, repent means to turn away from. It don't mean to keep doing. Come out of that sin. Come out of bondage. If you don't, then the plagues that are on coming against this country is going to come upon you. You are going to die in your sin. This message might not be for the masses because it says the way to hell is wide and the way to heaven is narrow. The gateway to heaven is narrow. So this message ain't probably gonna be for everyone because everybody ain't gonna be able to come out of Egypt. Ain't gonna be able to come out of the ways of this world because their mentality is so built and they in the custom of this place. That's all they know. So they ain't gonna be able to leave it. Because the only thing out of fear of not knowing what was to come. Out of belief, out of lack of faith, out of no trust in the Most High. Uh-oh. But it's a lot more other stuff. Like I said, this is that. This is it for today. This has been a long day. But as the Father continue to give me, well, He has, but I want to make sure that I didn't give too much information and jumping all over the place and other things because there's a lot of things that is going on. There's a lot of information out there, and I want to keep it simple because I want you to understand what it takes to return to the Most High. I want you to understand the basic stuff so that way you can be cleansed and renewed. It's baby steps right now. So this is what I try to give you the baby steps to help you get through the door and to understand what's the process and what's going on. And then as we meditate on this, then He will give me other stuff to give you, and we'll go on from there. As He speaks, as He say. I hope that this message bless you. I'm Tia, and forgive me for any shortcomings, any falls, or any slippage, or my tongue. If I haven't spoke correctly, or messing up, or doing blah blah, because I messed up somehow, forgive me for that. I'm not a good speaker. I'm trying my best, so I'm attempting to do it as best I can. So, hope you still can receive the message that the Most High has given. And from that, I say, I hope y'all have a blessed night.